Dear students, today I will discuss about the pancreas. It is a very important organ and it is covered, protectively covered by spleen, the duodenums. Head is under cover of the duodenums and tails is covered by the spleens. It has three parts: head, body and neck, and it is connected with the gallbladder duct systems, common bile ducts, and pancreatic tissue by pancreas is a dual organ, that is two in one. One is exocrine parts and other one is very important endocrine parts. Exocrine parts is composed of acinar cells which secretes the digestive enzymes, and you see the duct cells secretes the aqueous solutions, and endocrine portions of the pancreas, that is islets of Langerhans, secretes various hormones. So, the normal pancreas, adult pancreas, has exocrine components and endocrine components. Exocrine components, it consists of about 80 to 85% of the organ and composed of acinar cells that secretes enzyme needed for the digestions. What are these enzymes? You must know at least 3 to 4 of these enzymes. What are these enzymes? Trypsinogen, chymotrypsinogens, proelastase and phospholipase A and B. Again I am telling you, the exocrine or acinar cell secretes enzymes. That enzymes are needed for digestions. These enzymes are trypsinogen, chymotrypsinogens, proelastase and phospholipase A and B. Please you remember at least 3 or 4. The other endocrine components of the pancreas mainly represented by islets of Langerhans, and it composed of beta cells secretes insulin, alpha cell secretes glucagon, delta cells secretes somatostatin secreting cells, and pancreatic polypeptide cells is also present. Now, if we ask the questions, what are the diseases of pancreas? Like other organs, you have to say the congenital anomalies. Pancreatitis, that is inflammations, and then non-neoplastic cyst, and then is the neoplastic lesions. So, very important is diseases of the pancreas, the congenital anomalies: pancreatic deviation, annular pancreas, ectopic pancreas and agenesis. Now, the congenital anomalies, pancreatic deviation most common among the congenital anomalies. What happened? Failure of fusion of the dorsal and venter pancreatic primadola. In most cases, normally the main pancreatic duct drain into the common bile ducts, but in case of pancreas division, the main pancreatic duct opened into the directly to the duodenum. You see the ventral bud and the dorsal bud. What happened? Rotation of the ventral bud and fusion with the dorsal buds, resulting in the normal if the fusion and rotation is complete. What happened? The pancreatic duct, main duct, unites with the common bile duct and opens into the sphincter OD. What happened? The complete division of the occurs. The ventral duct remains separated from the dorsal ducts. So, the common bile duct opens into the very small duct of the pancreas and open into OD, and main ducts open into the duodenum. And then what happened in the annular pancreas? Band like ring of normal pancreatic tissue that completely encircle the second part of the duodenum. What happened? This annular pancreas can produce the duodenal obstruction, and the obstruction causing problems, clinical problem is vomiting. Another is ectopic pancreas. Favored sites are stomach, Meckel's diverticulum, ileum, duodenum, followed by jejunum. But most common favored site is stomachs and Meckel's diverticulum. And agenesis, that is, fails to develop the pancreas. So, now the common is, what is pancreatitis? That is inflammation of the pancreas. So, the term from the third year, that is organ plus itis, pancreas plus itis, pancreatitis, that is inflammation. But this is not always the same. If inflammation of the parotid gland, then you say what? Parotitis. No, it is wrong. So, inflammation of the parotid gland is called sialadenitis. Inflammation of the gallbladder is called chronic cholecystitis. But these are few exceptions. Usually, if you add itis, then inflammation of that organ. Usually, the pancreas have two types of inflammatory lesions: acute pancreatitis and chronic pancreatitis. Pancreatitis occurs when these protective mechanisms are deranged. Why this derange? So, acute pancreatitis is activated pancreatic enzymes leakage into the pancreas, causing autodigestion of the glands. So, again I am telling you what are the pancreatic enzymes. It is very important to know that pancreatic enzymes are trypsinogen, chymotrypsinogen, proelastase, phospholipase A or B. There are others enzyme also present. So, acute pancreatitis, what are the causes? More than 90% cause of acute pancreatitis is gallstones and alcohols. These data is the Western data, but in our country the alcohol persons alcohol abuse persons are well refined alcohol, but if you use our country's alcohol, Bangla, it will be the cause of more than 95% of acute pancreatitis. You take the data, those person use the Bangla alcohol, almost every person suffering from the pancreatitis. So, the common is pancreatitis cause is the gallstones, alcohols, idiopathics. We do not know the cause, but sometimes the post-ERCP. And few causes, rare causes are trauma, post-surgicals, drugs, etc. Acute pancreatitis relatively common and attack may be mild, may be self-limited or may be life-threatening conditions. So, in gist, acute pancreatitis is the biliary tract disease and alcohol abuse accounts for more than 80% in case of Western countries. Then we want to know the pathogenesis, why pancreatitis occurs. So, the inappropriate release and activation of pancreatic enzymes which destroy the pancreatic tissues, and these enzymes destruction of the tissues elicit an inflammatory response. So, inappropriate activation of pancreatic enzyme occurs if there is a pancreatic duct obstructions, primary acinar cell injury or defective intercellular transports of proenzymes within the acinar cells. If you see the chart, flow charts, if there is a ductal obstructions of the pancreas, it may be the gallbladder stones, it may be the alcoholic ductal concretions leading to the interstitial edema. If there is a interstitial edema which causes impaired blood flow resulting in ischemia, and this ischemia causes acinar cell injury due to duct obstructions, and acinar cell injury directly causes the alcohol, drugs, trauma, virus, hypercalcemia. So, these release of intercellular proenzymes and lysosomal hydrolase and activation of the enzymes leading to acinar cell injury. And another is defective intercellular transport systems. It may be the metabolic injury, it has been done experimentally, ductal obstruction, that is delivery of the proenzymes to the lysosomal components. So, leading to intercellular activation of enzymes. All these mechanisms causing the acinar cell injury becomes activated enzymes leading to interstitial edema, proteolysis, fat necrosis, damage to the vessels leading to hemorrhage and acute pancreatitis. Again, pancreatic duct obstruction, that is cholelithiasis tumors, causes the proenzymes to activation of enzymes. Hyperstimulation of the pancreas by alcohols causes proenzymes to activation of enzymes. Acinar cell injury causes alcohol, drugs, virus, causes activation of injury, activation of enzymes. These enzyme activation lead to inflammations, proteolysis, fat necrosis by lipase and phospholipase, and hemorrhage leading to acute pancreatitis. So, what will be the common clinical features? So, the if pancreatitis is common feature is upper abdominal pain that radiates to the back, nausea and vomitings, and in severe cases the patients may become hypoxic and develop hypovolemic shock and oliguria. So, if we draw the conclusions, what are the basic morphological changes in the pancreas? Microvascular leakage and edema, acute inflammations, fat necrosis, destruction of pancreatic parenchyma, destruction of blood vessels and interstitial hemorrhage. All these changes, morphological changes occurs in the pancreas in acute pancreatitis. This is all about the acute pancreatitis. Now, we will move for the chronic pancreatitis. Before going to the chronic pancreatitis, again I want to ask questions. What are the criteria of a chronic inflammations? Can anyone answer? You must have to know chronic inflammation is characterized by infiltration of chronic inflammatory cells. What are these chronic inflammatory cells? The lymphocytes, macrophages, eosinophils. So, infiltration of chronic inflammatory cells, one criteria. Second criteria is destruction, third criteria is followed by repair. So, I usually ask you, repair can be seen morphologically? Yes, your answer should be yes. So, repair can be seen morphologically by fibrosis. Here, if we the same definition will apply for the chronic pancreatitis also, is the chronic inflammatory lesions where the chronic inflammatory cellular infiltrations followed by destruction of the exocrine pancreatic tissue followed by fibrosis. So, these are the criteria of a chronic pancreatitis. Most common cause of chronic pancreatitis is again long term alcohol abuse. More than 80% cause of chronic pancreatitis is the alcohol abuse. Other causes are tobacco, hypercalcemia, chronic renal failure are also the causes, and few other causes. It is nice to learn obstructive cause such as ductal obstruction by the tumor, pancreas division, that is congenital anomalies I told you earlier, and another important cause is the sphincter of Oddi stenosis. If these are occurs, causes chronic pancreatitis. Next, you questions the how you will diagnose a case of pancreatitis. If you diagnose the pancreatitis, then you can treat the patients. So, again routine examinations, blood, CBC, you have to either alanine, ALT, alanine aminotransferase. Usually in chronic pancreatitis or acute pancreatitis, it is more than 200 unit per liters. Lactate dehydrogenase is more than 600 unit per liters. Serum amylase, it is after 48 hours becomes normal, but it is increased up to 48 hours. We also measure the urinary amylase also. Then another important tools is ultrasonogram of the hepatobiliary systems. CT scans may show atrophy, calcification or ductal dilatations. Abdominal X-ray may show the calcifications. MRCP, magnetic resonance of cholangiopancreatography, and endoscopic ultrasound is also done in the laboratory to diagnose the pancreatitis. In the meantime, you know the disease list. I told you this: congenital disorder, then inflammatory lesions, acute and pancreatitis, and third one was the non-neoplastic cyst. Then now you have to know what is cyst. You must know what is cyst. Cyst is an abnormal sac containing solid or semi-solid substances lined by epithelium is called cyst. But this abnormal sac have no lining, epithelial one and the others no lining, then it is not called cyst, it is called pseudocyst. So, it is clear that what is cyst and what is pseudocyst. If there is a lining, then it is called cyst. If there is no lining, this is called pseudocyst. Pseudocyst accounts for about 75% cyst in the pancreas, and true cyst is a fibrocollagenous cyst wall lined by cuboidal epitheliums. But pseudocyst may be related to the acute or chronic pancreatitis, trauma, rarely to neoplastic obstruction of the large guards, forming pseudocyst. If you see the cyst under microscope, you see the lining of this cyst has a epitheliums. These are epithelial cells, mucous-secreting epithelium. It is a cyst, true cyst. In case of pseudocyst, there is a lack of epithelial linings, but there are plenty of acute and chronic inflammatory cells, fibrocollagenous wall containing inflammatory cells, but lack of lining. In that case, we call it a pseudocyst, and it is very common in case of pancreas. Another important issue in the pancreas is the pancreatic carcinoma. Very bad luck if any relatives or if any patients have a carcinoma pancreas, and usually the carcinoma is a adenocarcinoma of the exocrine pancreas and accounts for about more than 90% cause. If we find out the site of lesion of the pancreas, mostly, that is more than 60% of carcinoma of the pancreas occurs in the head of the pancreas, 25% occurs in the body, and about 15% in the tails. And the pancreatic carcinoma most commonly occurs in the elderly persons, but it also occurs in the younger person, that is younger than 40 years also. Carcinoma of the head of the pancreas usually causes progressive jaundice. So, what are the causes of pancreatic carcinoma? Actual cause is unknown, but the following factors are responsible. Usually, the more than 70 years of age, chronic pancreatitis, alcohols, smokings, and environmental factors. and it is very common in case of male. Pancreatic carcinoma is not very common in case of female. So, if we follow the pathogenesis, multiple genes are mutated in case of pancreatic carcinomas, such as KRAS genes mutation, P53 mutation, BRCA tumor suppressor genes. All these genes are found the mutated in case of carcinoma pancreas. So, grossly the hard grey white poorly defined mass in the pancreas, and most commonly morphologically or microscopically the tumor is a adenocarcinoma forming glandular patterns. It also others type undifferentiated also found, but mostly it is a adenocarcinoma. How you will diagnose this case of pancreatic carcinoma? Again, the ultrasonogram of the hepatobiliary system, CT scan or MRI, CT guided FNAC or biopsy followed by histopathology to confirm the diagnosis. So, pancreatic features of pancreatic carcinoma, if you see the features, it is a jaundice, then vomiting due to duodenal obstructions, palpable gallbladder পাওয়া যাবে, hepatosplenomegaly, pancreatic tumor mass পাওয়া যাবে, and there is a venous thrombosis and scratch mark, the common features in case of pancreatic cancers. Today I will complete the exocrine pancreas. The next class I will discuss about the endocrine pancreas and diabetes mellitus. Thank you to you all for your patience hearing. Thank you.